Hello friends, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being here. In this video, I've put in extra effort to explain the story in a clearer and more engaging way, and I truly believe you're going to enjoy it. If you find it interesting, please give it a like, share it with your friends, and don't forget to leave a comment. Your support and feedback mean the world to me and keep me motivated to create even better content. When Lin Moyo turned to Bai and asked, "Is there any way to bring someone back from the dead?" Bai's expression turned grave. After a long pause, he replied solemnly, "If the soul's imprint still lingers, then yes, there may be a way to bring them back." He glanced away, eyes darkening. "But for those at the level of gods, once they're gone forever. Not even the heavens can reverse that." Hearing Bai's words, Lin Moyo frowned, not satisfied with the answer. "Then why?" he asked, voice sharp with urgency. "Why can't God-level beings be fully revived?" Bai looked at him, eyes filled with a weight that seemed older than time. "Because when a being reaches the level of a god," he said slowly, "they are no longer just body and soul. They become law, will, essence. Once that divine spark is extinguished, it's not just death, it's erasure. Nothing remains to return." Before Bai could respond, Yang, who had been quietly listening beside them, let out a soft chuckle. "In time, you'll understand," he said, his voice calm, almost amused. "I don't know what you saw in the realm of decaying corpses, but whatever it was, don't dwell on it too much." He glanced at Lin Moyo, eyes steady. "Those truths are still far beyond your reach. For now, focus on what's in front of you." Bai let out a low chuckle, the tension easing just a little. "Consider yourself lucky this time, kid," he said with a half smile. "But take this as a lesson next time. Be more careful." His tone shifted, just slightly amused. "As for Dongfeng, give it a couple of days. He'll come crawling back to apologize. Mark my words." Bai's eyes glinted. The Dongfeng family might be royalty, but that just means they've got plenty to lose and even more to offer. When the time comes, I'll make sure you walk away with proper compensation." Lin Moyo stood there quietly, taking in everything they were saying, still trying to piece it all together. Off to the side, Meng took a slow sip of tea, then smiled gently. "For now, just focus on resting these next few days," she said. "When it comes to squeezing compensation out of someone, your teacher is an expert. You're in good hands." Lin Moyo looked from one face to the next Bai. Yang, Meng all calm, all seemingly at ease. Still a little lost, he nodded slowly. "Okay." The story then shifts quietly to Ziyang Academy. The campus grounds are calm, bathed in soft afternoon light. Lin Moyo walks along a stone path, his pace steady, his expression unreadable. Whatever had happened before, for now, seemed distant, though not forgotten. Not far ahead, a small group of girls stood gathered beneath a tree, chatting in low voices. Their words carried just enough for him to catch. "Did you hear?" one of them whispered, eyes wide. "They say those seniors have really been resurrected." The others gasped softly, doubt and curiosity flickering across their faces. Lin Moyo's steps didn't slow, but his gaze sharpened, thoughts already stirring. Just then, a hand suddenly landed on Lin Moyo's shoulder from behind, firm, steady. His body tensed instinctively. He turned quickly, half expecting trouble. But the moment his eyes met the person behind him, his breath eased. Standing there with a familiar calmness was Ningyi. The moment Lin Moyo saw her, a genuine smile spread across his face, one he hadn't worn in a while. Ningyi returned the smile, her eyes shining with quiet pride. "I finally completed Grandpa's mission," she said softly. "So now I can come see you." She took a breath, her tone light but earnest. "Grandpa sent me to a place to level up, and I made it back." Ningyi's smile deepened with a hint of pride. "And now, I've successfully completed my second-class advancement and even evolved my profession, she said, her eyes sparkling. Lin Moyo raised an eyebrow, impressed. So, what level are you at now? He asked, curious. She nodded confidently. I've reached level 40. Without hesitation, Ningyi gently grabbed Lin Moyo's hand, her eyes sparkling with joy. It's been so long since we last met, she said cheerfully as they began to walk side by side. I want to hear everything that's happened to you. And I've got so much to tell you too. Her enthusiasm was contagious, filling the air between them with a sense of reunion and anticipation. Ningyi led Lin Moyo to a secluded spot bathed in soft sunlight. A quiet sanctuary where the noise of the world faded away, leaving just the two of them. The gentle rustle of leaves and the calm breeze created a peaceful bubble around them, perfect for catching up without distractions. They took in the beautiful scenery around them, the vibrant colors, the gentle sway of trees, and laughter flowed easily between them. Lin Moyo shared everything with Ningyi, his words spilling out freely, as if a heavy weight had finally been lifted. For the first time in a long while, he opened up completely, finding comfort in her presence and the peaceful moment they shared. Lin Moyo's cheeks tinged with a faint blush, just a little shy in her presence, though he tried to hide it. Ningyi, in turn, shared her stories with a warm smile, her eyes shining with happiness as she spoke. Halfway through their conversation, she leaned gently against his shoulder, resting her head softly there. Still talking, still listening, she gave him her full, quiet attention and unspoken comfort that spoke volumes. 2 days later, the story shifted once more. Lin Moyo arrived at the dungeon hall, Ningyi walking beside him, her cheerful smile lighting up the space around them. It's been so long since we last ran a dungeon together, she said with a playful grin. I've really missed this. Her enthusiasm was contagious, and for a moment, the weight of everything else seemed to fade away. As they strode confidently into the dungeon hall, all eyes slowly turned toward them. Suddenly, a voice rang out in surprise. General Lin has returned. Nearby, someone else whispered in awe. Who's that girl with him? She's so lucky to be running a dungeon alongside General Lin. A third person couldn't contain their excitement, adding, which dungeon will General Lin dominate this time? The hall buzzed with anticipation, the atmosphere charged as everyone waited to see what would come next. The voices around them swelled with curiosity, amazement, and admiration. Ningyi laughed softly, teasing him with a playful glint in her eyes. You really are incredible. Just look at everyone completely different from before. All eyes on you now. Lin Moyo smiled quietly, a calm confidence in his tone as he replied. Compared to the great sages of the human race, what am I, really? His words hung in the air, humble yet thought-provoking, adding a hint of mystery to the admiration surrounding him. Ningyi smiled warmly, her voice steady and filled with unwavering faith. I truly believe that one day, you'll surpass them all, defeat the dragon clan, and cleanse the abyss. Her words carried the weight of hope and certainty, lighting a fire of determination between them. As the buzz around them settled, the group began discussing which dungeon to tackle next. This time, Lin Moyo spoke up with quiet determination. Let's choose a dungeon that's perfect for leveling up. I want to get stronger. His words sparked a ripple of agreement, the team ready to face whatever challenge awaited. The moment Ningyi heard Lin Moyo's plan, her eyes lit up with excitement. Then let's head to the Beast God Plateau, she exclaimed. That dungeon grants a ton of experience, perfect for classes between level 40 and 50 looking to level up fast. She glanced around the dungeon hall as she continued. There are 2 major dungeons here. The Tyrant Desert, which we've already conquered, and the Beast God Plateau, our next challenge. Her enthusiasm was infectious, sparking anticipation in the group for the adventure ahead. Hearing Ningyi's suggestion, Lin Moyo paused for a moment, considering it carefully. Then he gave a small nod. All right, let's go with the Beast God Plateau. With the decision made, the atmosphere shifted calm, giving way to quiet anticipation. Lin Moyo stepped forward, preparing to enter the dungeon. This time, it would be just him and Ningyi, no one else. As his hand touched the glowing crystal at the center of the hall, a soft hum echoed around them. Instantly, detailed information about the Beast God Plateau began to materialize in the air before them. Terrain data, monster types, danger levels, all of it shimmering in magical light, waiting to be explored. The first line that appeared shimmered into view. Instance: Beast God Plateau. Dungeon level: 45. Maximum entry capacity: 50 players. Then the screen shifted, displaying a list of past clear records, etched like legends in light. Dungeon records: Genesis Academy 6 hours, 29 minutes, 18 seconds. Creation Academy 6 hours, 52 minutes, 01 second. Flame Emperor Academy 6 hours, 53 minutes, 31 seconds. Each name pulsed faintly, a mark of prestige and power. Ningyi leaned closer, eyebrows raised. Some big names have been through here, she murmured. Lin Moyo nodded slightly, eyes fixed on the screen. Then let's see how we compare. As soon as the dungeon details lit up on the crystal, a ripple of excitement surged through the hall. Whispers turned into shouts as the crowd reacted, their voices echoing from every corner. General Lin is going to challenge the Beast God Plateau. Someone cried, eyes wide with disbelief. Oh my God, is he about to break the record for a large-scale dungeon too? Another voice chimed in, full of envy. That girl is so lucky. He's actually taking her in for a 2-person run. From the back, someone shouted, if General Lin could solo the Tyrant Desert, then the Beast God Plateau should be a breeze for him, right? Excitement crackled in the air like static. All eyes fixed on Lin Moyo and Ningyi as they prepared to enter 2 figures walking toward the unknown, trailed by the weight of reputation and rising expectations. And just like that, with murmurs of astonishment and admiration still echoing through the hall, Lin Moyo stepped into the dungeon alongside Ningyi, 2 figures disappearing into the light of the crystal gateway. But just as the portal closed behind them, the atmosphere in the dungeon hall shifted again. The massive entrance doors creaked open, and the air grew tense. A new group entered, large, composed, and radiating strength. Their armor gleamed, movements precise, their presence impossible to ignore. Gasps swept through the crowd. It's the Yanhuang Academy team, someone whispered, their voice tinged with disbelief. Heads turned. Conversations died. Even the most seasoned adventurers in the hall stood a little straighter, sensing the power that had just arrived. Seeing the Yanhuang Academy team stride in, the crowd burst into a new wave of whispers and excitement. Wait a second. Someone suddenly exclaimed, today marks exactly 3 years since the true form of the Beast God respawned. Another voice joined in, animated. Back then, the 3 great academies clashed over it. I still remember Genesis Academy was the one that claimed the prize in the end. Tension rippled through the room as memories of that legendary battle resurfaced. And just as the Yanhuang team began entering the dungeon sharp, focused, and clearly on a mission right then. Just as the Yanhuang team disappeared into the dungeon, the doors swung open once more. This time, it was the team from Genesis Academy, fully equipped, their armor gleaming, weapons at the ready, eyes sharp with focus. They walked in with quiet confidence, their presence commanding immediate attention. A wave of hushed murmurs swept through the hall, rising like a storm about to break. Genesis Academy's here too, someone whispered. Looks like the 3 great academies are going to clash again, just like last time. Another voice added, barely containing the excitement. I heard the Beast God's true form drops insane rewards if defeated. A third chimed in, eyes fixed on the crystal gateway. I wonder who's going to get it first this time. The air buzzed with anticipation. The stage was set. The hunt for the beast god's true form had begun, and this time, all the major players were here. As the teams advanced toward the dungeon portal, the excited chatter shifted to something more tense, cautious, uncertain. But this time, someone said quietly, "General Lin is in there too." Their voice held a note of hesitation, with all three academies sending their elite teams. It's hard to say who'll come out on top. Another voice, steady and full of conviction, spoke up. "I believe in General Lin." "Me too," someone else echoed firmly. "He's never let us down." Still, the tension in the room didn't fade. If anything, it deepened. But the top elites of the three great academies, they're no ordinary opponents. Someone muttered, the weight of those words settling over the crowd like a heavy fog. And amid all the murmurs, loyalty, doubt, and rising anticipation, the team from Genesis Academy finally stepped into the dungeon, vanishing into the light. The race for the beast god's true form had truly begun. Meanwhile, deep inside the dungeon, Ningyi was more than ready to level up alongside Lin Moyo. But she had her own way of doing it. While Lin Moyo began scouting their surroundings with quiet focus, Ningyi plopped down casually on a nearby rock, completely relaxed. With a grin, she pulled out a small pouch, and within seconds, an impressive spread of snacks appeared in front of her, neatly arranged and ready for what looked more like a picnic than a battle. "If I'm going to level up," she said cheerfully, unwrapping something crunchy, "I might as well enjoy it." Lin Moyo gave her a sideways glance, half amused, half exasperated, but he couldn't help smiling. Just across from her, Lin Moyo stood calmly and summoned his signature weapon, a gleaming black scythe that pulsed with dark energy. In one fluid motion, he swept it outward, and with a flick of his hand, summoned a legion of skeleton warriors from the shadows. They rose swiftly from the ground, their eyes glowing faintly, each one armed and radiating a chilling, disciplined aura. Ningyi blinked, mid-snack, eyes widening in disbelief. "What the?" she muttered, staring at the skeletons as they charged forward with terrifying coordination and overwhelming strength. For a few moments, she watched them obliterate the dungeon monsters with ruthless efficiency. Her jaw slowly dropped. How did these skeletons get so powerful? She thought, still stunned. Then, with a shrug and a satisfied sigh, she leaned back, popping another snack into her mouth. "Looks like I won't have to lift a finger in this dungeon. I can just sit back and enjoy the show." Without missing a beat, Lin Moyo raised his hand, his voice calm but commanding. "Fan out. Sweep every direction." At once, the skeleton warriors responded, splitting off with mechanical precision. Silent and relentless, they moved through the dungeon corridors like shadows, covering all paths with calculated efficiency. Their eerie glow faded into the distance, leaving behind only the echo of their armored footsteps. Lin Moyo stood still for a moment, scanning the map in his mind, his expression unreadable. The hunt had begun. Without a moment's hesitation, the skeleton warriors surged forward, splitting off into every shadowed corner of the dungeon. Relentless and unstoppable, they tore through the monsters in their path with ruthless precision, each strike swift, each movement deadly. One by one, the creatures fell beneath the onslaught, the dungeon echoing with the clash of bone and steel. As the skeleton warriors hunted down packs of level 46 wolves roaming the dungeon, experience points poured in rapidly, each kill awarding between 900,000 and 920,000 points, along with a steady stream of various other rewards. The battlefield buzzed with energy as the relentless assault continued without pause. Meanwhile, Ningyi lounged comfortably nearby, casually nibbling on her snacks, a bright smile lighting up her face. "This kind of leveling is so much faster than doing it alone," she said happily, eyes sparkling with delight as she watched the spectacle unfold. And just then, without any warning, Lin Moyo suddenly appeared beside Ningyi. Before she could react, he gently but firmly lifted her into his arms. With a swift motion, he took off into the air, carrying her effortlessly as they soared above the dungeon's eerie depths. The sudden movement caught Ningyi completely off guard, her heart skipping a beat as the world below blurred away. Cradled gently in Lin Moyo's arms, Ningyi felt the cool rush of the open sky around them as they soared toward an unknown destination. Her cheeks flushed a soft pink, her heart beating faster with a mix of surprise and warmth. Am I really flying? She thought shyly, a shy smile tugging at her lips. In the past few days, he had changed so much, becoming stronger, more confident, and now, in this moment, she saw just how extraordinary he had truly become. As Ningyi stole shy glances at him, cheeks still tinged with a rosy flush, Lin Moyo carried her steadily through the vast, open sky. Before long, the landscape below shifted. Looming ahead was a rugged, steep highland cliff, its dark, jagged peaks piercing the clouds. The mountains stretched deep and mysterious, shadowed with an ominous presence. Lin Moyo's voice cut through the quiet as he spoke calmly, eyes fixed ahead. The Beast God Plateau is divided into 4 highlands, he explained. The deeper we go, the stronger the monsters get. He paused briefly, then added with a hint of weight in his tone. And most of the dungeon's rarest and most valuable treasures are hidden in the final highland. Ningyi listened closely, her heart pounding with a mix of excitement and anticipation, not just for the challenge ahead, but for the moment she shared with him soaring above it all. As they gently touched down near the edge of the rugged terrain, Lin Moyo glanced around, taking in the surroundings with sharp, calculating eyes. This, he said, gesturing ahead, is the Divine Plateau's 2nd highland. His gaze narrowed slightly, a flicker of caution crossing his features. Looks like our luck isn't exactly on our side today, he muttered with a hint of a wry smile. We've barely stepped into the 2nd highland, and we've already run into a boss. The air grew tense, the shadows lengthening as a low, menacing growl echoed from the depths of the cliffs ahead. And with that, friends, this chapter comes to a close. What surprises and challenges await our heroes next? We'll find out in the next chapter. If you enjoyed this part, please don't forget to rate it out of 5 stars in the comments below. We love hearing your feedback. What are your predictions for the next chapter? Share your thoughts and theories down in the comments. We're excited to see what you think. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on what's coming next. Until then, take care and see you soon.